People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm like...
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Go.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Chance.
Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Right up.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
He's crashing.
Look, squeeze. Rush in. Rush it, go.
Cook. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Rip left. SOS.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
This is McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Don't be mad. You know what coming. You know where that came from.
From the gun, Sloan. Open here, Adam Thielen. And the ball is knocked out. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Watch the safety creep. Check. Hard. Wide. Get wide. 36. Hit it.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Sloan. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
Oh, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Sam off.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready to break.
I hope he brought your left because I'm about to take you.
Go out.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, 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 check.
5.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check 50.
80 weapons. Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Got it.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Sloan. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Here we go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
They're running it.
Ready.
Cook following the penalty. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 22 on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Conference. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
What's that? La Katie? Eight.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
58,
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let it. Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. There. Double. Back. Check. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 24. Check. Go. Yeah.
On 1st down, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Blue down. Watch out. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Cook.
Check 4.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And the Vikings 1st
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Let him know, let him know. Great. Check 26, check 26. Get it.
On first down, Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, check. Rock it. Watch the screen.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, 8, read.
Check, watch 54.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
Third down, Dalvin Cook.
Check.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We got this.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
59.
Hard.
You can't block me. Kill.
Keep dribbling.
Penny, a first down carry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Sloan. He'll find Tanner. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Keep playing hard.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They fake the give. Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sloan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jackson to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a Panther first down.
Set. Look, Katie.
58 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
This is Scarlett on the carry. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
58, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Great.
Check 50 over. Check 55. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Great.
Here we go.
Third and 2, Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Get set. Tight dog. Let's go.
They run the counter with Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the carry, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
On second down, Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run for it with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, lock it.
Big Ed.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal.
Get it.
Here is Cook on third and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
38, Vikings 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Panthers take over.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.